Why do you like the rain? I brings a relaxing nostalgic scent and feeling brings me back to good times. Why not? The smell, the way it's so relaxing, and it brings back so many memories. However, in England there's no rain. Because I like background noise. Yeah, I've been lying in bed listening to the rain pour for the past few hours. I hate it when I'm rained on, but love hearing it as background noise. Many reasons. 1. The smell of the air after the rain. 2. It washes away all the pollen and street dust from the air. 3. The whole world just feels a lot calmer after raining. It acts as white noise, so makes it great for thinking. The getting wet part, not so much. The cool chill it brings is also a nice touch. I love the smell of the air when it rains. There is actually a word that defines that smell. It's called petrichor. Side comment: Petrichor is such a good tune by the 1975. If you're into UK garage at all, it's a blast. Oh my goodness, that is the best thing in all my existence. I remember when I was a kid and smelled that smell. Made my day honestly. Petrichor. Because rain makes corn and corn makes whiskey, whiskey makes my baby feel frisky. Rain is a good thing. Was just about to comment this, but decided to look further through the comments. I'm not disappointed. Rain exists. Worm rave. Stockholm Syndrome. I'm from BC. As long as it's not a thunderstorm and the power doesn't go out, I don't have a problem with the rain. Water cleanses, washes dirt away, makes new. In addition to watering the gardens and lawn, rain replenishes the bird bath with fresh water for the birds to bathe. I always love it when you're in a tent. The sound is so relaxing, and you're still basically completely sheltered from it. One of the reasons I enjoy camping so much. I hate hot weather, and rain clouds keep it cooler. I hate spending time outdoors, especially during warm weather, when most people would call it a nice day outside, so rain gives me an excuse to avoid any unnecessary time outside. Bright sunlight is harsh, and I'm more a fan of drab colors, so cloudy weather makes things look better. Oh no, rain sounds nice. I get my car cleaned off for free. Cloud cover keep things warmer at night though, because heat capacity, despite rain. If it's cloudy at night, it was probably at least somewhat cloudy during the day. At least where I live the net effect of clouds and or rain is effectively always cooler weather. Have you ever seen the rain? It gives me an excuse to be antisocial and stay indoors. It's comforting, relaxing. Of course it depends on how heavy the rain is, but I love to go outside in light downpours. I don't have to water the grass. In a storm, no one can see your tears. I'm from Oregon. Rain feels like I'm home. Because it falls on my head like a memory, it falls on my head like a new emotion. I don't get FOMO because I'm not missing anything outside sunshine, warmth when it rains. Rain makes corn makes whiskey. It empowers me for some reason. I feel so much more alive when it's raining. Because nobody can see me crying. First of all, the smell, and I like the sound of rain. Nobody can see if you're crying if it's raining. Cool down on a hot day, stand in the rain and wash away my stress. Sound of rainfall, smell of wet grass, watching people stack it. I have loved rain for many reasons. The main one these days is that good rains mean less risk of the entire area in burning to the ground and devastating the local environment. Everything would die without it. Because I need fresh water to live. I don't mind the rain, simple things and subtleties, they always stay the same. I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? I grew up in Arizona where we did not get much rain. I really enjoy the sound of the rain and the smell just after a summer storm. When it rains, I sleep like a rock. Hearing it fall on the roof while I go to sleep. Because it finally gives me a reprieve from patio folk at the restaurant I'm at this summer. Having an afternoon's reprieve from being responsible for an additional 15 tables of demanding drunks is a miracle. Because I don't have to go outside with my kids. I live in Texas and the summers are brutal. Trust me, you would appreciate a good rainstorm during the summer too. It reminds me that lonely trees are having a drink. It's good for our groundwater, and it gets my hair curly. The sound is pretty great too. It makes the plants grow and everything feels clean and fresh. Rain here means snow up in the mountains and summer water for the rivers, lakes, California. Walking in the rain when I have a choice and don't have to go anywhere, then changing into warm clothes and spending the rest of the day night being cozy inside. If it's not windy, leaving the window open to feel the damp air and hear the rain pattering. Rain hitting your skin feels nice. Because a very famous singer once described its excellence when it's of the type that is consumed as a dessert. The outside weather matches how I feel on the inside. Makes staying alone at home all day with nothing productive to do less miserable. Thunderstorms give me cold nostalgia to my unfulfilling childhood. It feels nice. If I close my eyes, I like to imagine that standing out there in the rain with me are all my friends, even the ones who hate me or haven't talked to me in years. It's warm and nice and overall wonderful. I like walking in the rain and getting wet. The sound is soothing, and the smell of the fresh air and the wetness makes me smile. It's calming and it gets darker, which makes it easier to see for me, less eye stressing. It's really calming. I love hearing the rain splash against my window, one of my favorite sounds. Rain in the streets muffles the sounds of me in the sheets. Rain is soothing and helps me sleep, especially heavy storms. They're kind of maybe nerve-wracking or exciting. The rain falls down and wakes my dreams. It washes away my reality. I love all the memories I have that happened while it rained. It's refreshing. I like the sound, and it cools you down. Because the day after, when the sun is out, it looks super clean. Makes me calm, and makes me sleep better, plus the smell of air when it's raining. Because it's an excuse to stay home, and play video games all day. I like how it drowns out all other noises, and allows me to question my past mistakes, and how I could have done things differently. I used to play disc golf very competitively. I didn't mind playing in the rain, but most people hate it. I was always more competitive against the best players when it was raining. It calms my soul and spirit. People tend to be less hyperactive and evil-spirited or idiotic when it rains. It's so calming and makes it easier to sleep sometimes. The sound is just peaceful as well. It's good for those moments when you don't like calls you and asks you to meet up, but then it begins raining. I feel a useless sense of urgency and purpose when walking in the rain, since my instinct is to get out of it. It's a minor thrill, but I'll take it. If I'm in a caravan with a hot chocolate, it is nice knowing you are warm and outside and not. I don't have to water my crops that day and can fight slimes for ore in the mines or go fishing. I need iron ore, so Clint can make me steal farming equipment. Here in the Bay Area, it's the reason we have Windows XP backgrounds surrounding us during the spring. Also, without it, we wouldn't have redwood forests. We don't get a lot of it, and the creosote smells so great when it does rain. Cause the sound helps me relax. I hate rain, but I hate draft more. It's cozy to stay indoors and watch a movie or play video games when it rains. It's relaxing, and I've lived in LA my whole life, so we rarely get it. However, this year has been a good year for rain. It helps me brood and soul search. It's peaceful. It has this aura of tranquility that can't be replicated by anything else. For the opportunity to use the word petrichor. The world feels more alive and interesting. There is constant sounds and movement, from the wind blowing to the rain hitting cars or leaves. The air smells so much nicer, and the feeling of it on your skin can be so relaxing. If rain wasn't objectively bad to drive in, I would find no issue with it entirely. Scent. It's so familiar, and it comes with lightning often. The idea of all that chaos outside, and yet you sit snuggled in a bed of cozy blankets. Lightning is pretty and fun to watch as well with rain. It's the anticipation of the sound, and how the patterns or streaks appear in the sky painted to the ground like frayed white wires. The repetitive sounds of the drops of roofs or umbrellas are not uniform or pattern-like, but the seemingly random pitter-patter noises. Also, it helps me sleep. BC, it sounds pretty. I like how the sound of the rain completely smothers all other sounds. Don't have to water the plants. Because it keeps people at home, so they don't come to work and bother me. At night, the sound of rain pattering on my roof is very relaxing. Because there are less cyclists to interrupt my walk with my dogs. I'm British. I like to complain about something. Rain makes the universal white noise. You can lose yourself in it, or find yourself. Master Jinking asked a monk about the sound outside the monastery, and the monk replied, "That is the sound of rain." The master said, "All beings are upside down, losing themselves as they chase things. The monk asked, "Master, how should I feel?" And the master replied, "I'm the sound of the rain. It gives me a good excuse to stay inside and play video games rather than actually socialize. The dampness around you, the smell and the pitter patter of the water hitting the ground. I live in India. It's super hot here. I used to live in New Jersey where I hated the rain because it was annoying. Even till date, when I vacation in someplace cooler like the mountains or go back to New Jersey for some time, rain absolutely annoys me. I don't know why. But whenever it rains, I start twirling around and singing in the rain, and whenever someone looks at me, I quickly bend down and pretend to tie my shoelace. I don't understand either. I live in the hottest place on earth, so getting some rain is amazing. I love the smell, all the bluish gray colors, and the sound. Yes, especially when it beats on my bedroom window. My wife hates it. The smell is amazing. Rain signifies life, so it just lifts my mood up, and I get image of a jungle getting greener with the rain. I miss my so when it rains, so I can ring her and tell her she gets happy hearing that. It gets cold in rain, grabbing a hot cup of coffee is a delight. Finally, just enjoying the rain is something you just have to do. I hate heavy rains. Light rains are relaxing and kind of nice to walk under of. It keeps me cool when I do physical activities, and it sounds nice, and the biggest plus, no water needed when you have a slip and slide.